Did you know that there are a few things that you could be doing to avoid looking like you're putting on about 10 years? I've got a few things to do or not to do when it comes to your makeup. My name is Lisa Galloway. This is Beauty from Inside and Out. So if you're needing a little help with that, keep on watching.
If you're here, then you woke up today. And that is a blessing. Don't take that for granted. Don't waste it.
All right there, ladies, let's get right into this. The first one, this is just 3. There's so many, but I think these 3 are going to be a game changer for you. It really is. Here's the first one. Shade of foundation. I brought this palette out just to keep it real simple. When we're choosing a shade, and I know that this is very difficult at times, right? Because think about how maybe even the tone of your skin can change in seasons, right? Summertime, we seem to get a little more sun, and so our skin gets a little darker, and then we're using the same foundation that we were using in the winter, and then you're having to go and find a new shade. Going lighter, keep this in mind, going lighter in a foundation shade is 9 times out of 10 gonna age you. So we want warmth on our face. Now, setting aside bronzer for just a minute, just foundation, let me go ahead and show you, even on like swatching just a few of these against my skin tone, and you tell me, you be the judge. Let me go with one of the lightest ones that's here. Okay, I'm not even gonna go real light. I'm just gonna go second to the lightest shade I have here. And let me swatch this to you. If I wore this shade on my face, what would you probably even think? Maybe this would be more like a concealer, right? To brighten certain areas. But we can get duped into thinking that could be my foundation, right? If I put this color here, that would be maybe a little more doable. But just to show you the difference in your shade tone, it could be summer and you can be a bit darker, and this shade is not gonna go well with your skin, right? Because you're darker, you're just a bit darker. So you need to then deepen a little bit of your shade. So now let me just go with this shade here, which is the second to the darkest shade, right? And let's do the same swatch. So this one is up against my darker tone. Now we're getting a bit closer. This is maybe more ideally what would be good for this skin tone, versus now if I put it on here, what do you think? You can see clearly the difference, that this one may actually even be blending better. However, keep in mind, right, that this is what I'm using is cream. So cream won't dry down like a liquid. That's gonna make a difference too, whether you're using liquid foundation, whether you're using a powder. Whatever formulation is going to make a difference on how that's going to appear long-term onto your skin. So I believe that creams for mature skin is mwah. It truly, truly is. This is a very easy way of kind of like deciding that maybe one day you may need something right in the middle. One day you may be needing something a little darker or lighter. Love this palette. Okay, this is with Celesty. There's 2 different tones. So this is like, there's 2. There's a lighter to medium and a medium to dark. This is the medium to dark when you go on the site. So I think this is a great palette to have, that you can decide day to day what's gonna look. Our skin changes all the time. So you may not be using the same foundation shade every single day, You never know, right? We can wake up sometimes with just having even certain redness or certain discolorations on our face. And that's the beauty with creams, that allows you to be more flexible. Okay, we know, check. Shade is going to 9 times out of 10 age you, okay? So keep in mind of the shade that you're choosing for your skin. If you're needing any help at any time, remember that at the bottom of my below in my descriptions, I always have a color match that you take a selfie of yourself with no makeup so I can see your skin tone and I can shade for you. Okay, that's number one. The second one is how much we're putting on. The last thing that we need, I think, on any face, whatever age you are, is to have the makeup look so cakey. Again, going back to choosing cream as your choice of foundation, I think is ideal because you can control how you put that makeup on. I don't know if you've seen a lot of the method of kind of like blotching almost like your makeup, cream makeup in certain parts of your face and then kind of working with that. That's kind of the beauty with creams, in the sense that you don't have to place it everywhere. So it keeps you very mindful of the lessons. You are able to control your light handed on it, right? You can just lightly, buff it on, versus a cream that just, versus a liquid that just kind of goes on everywhere, and then you have no control over how that's going to dry down, or makeup that's going to go over now on top of your liquid foundation. So you can use the one layer method with cream and control how much you're putting on your face, so that it's not looking cakey and it's not looking like it's too much. As we age, I think just allowing that beautiful skin that you have earned the right to show, right, in your age, is beautiful. There's beauty in that. Okay, now that's on foundation. Let me get a little bit into the second one. And this one is your lashes. Oh my gosh. Listen, it can be something without my false lashes, my eyes look so tired, and they look like they get lost in my whole face when I am doing like my makeup. Now, if you're not into using false lashes, which I think that it's really a way, there's a method of how to learn how to apply them that doesn't need to be complicated. And I have a video that I actually showed how I put the makeup on. I'll see if I can link it here below, and you can take a look at that after you're done here. It's very simple. It's with these lashes that come in, and you can find whatever's easiest for you. Okay, I choose the ones that I get to glue on. They're with Lilac Street. Easy peasy to put them on. But let's say you're not one that wants to wear false lashes. I have discovered, I know it's been a minute, but I have discovered a mascara, tubing mascara, that has been superb. I can't even find the right word for it, actually. Now, this is the reason why I personally love a tubing mascara. I'm 58 years old, and the last thing I want to do to my face is just be extra rough on my face, right? When I'm removing my makeup. Some mascaras that I have chosen to wear that at the end, when I'm ready to take it off, it is so frustrating because you're sitting there trying to rub your eyes, and it's not coming off right away, and that's causing more stress, like on my lid, under my eyes. Who needs that when you're older? So tubing moves beautifully. At the end of the day, it comes right out. So if you're not familiar with tubing mascaras, the way it works is that when you apply the mascara on your lashes, it creates a tube on your lash, and when it dries down, it removes that same way, like in this little kind of like tube. it removes with water, micellar water, with whatever choice of like cleanser you want to, it removes so nicely. No tugging. And again, I love it. So anyway, the whole point though of having our lashes just have a lifted look to our eyes will immediately give us a little bit of, choose whatever mascara you'd like. I just think that tending to them, like with anything else, right? Like with our brows, get a nice curler, right? A lash curler, curl your eyes if you want to keep it truly as simple as that. Just have them in an upward and not kind of droopy, you know, looking fashion. But guys, try a tubing mascara for the sake of the aggravation when you're ready to take off your mascara at the end of the day. But a lifted lash, full lash, I think is gonna bring youthfulness to your face. Okay, so that's mascara or lashes. The last one, I have to say, I personally struggled quite a bit. I enjoy trying new things when it comes to like my eyeshadow look. And I know that can get a bit frustrating if you're not accustomed to like what colors blend well together. And so what tends to happen, and this happened to me quite a bit, and it'll age your eyes because you're not defining the eyes. It looks muddy. Has that ever happened to you? Leave it in the comments below if it has. Like, have you ever tried to either do a look that you've seen on someone and like, wow, it looks so pretty, but it doesn't look the same on me. It just looks like one hot mess. Okay, if that's the case, first of all, you can always do a one eyeshadow look, right? And keep it very simple and just allow for like to have just your eyes brighten in that way. But let me show you really quick an eyeshadow look. I've decided to wear this pink color because I'm trying to go, let's see if this will look pink. My top will probably look pinkier than my eye look, but let's try and go with this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this really pretty color called Claire, and that one, these shadows are all with Seint, and I'll have also the shop down below if you'd like to go ahead and shop any of these colors. Okay, so first and foremost, having a towel cleaner I think is going to be very helpful, because when you're switching your shades, if you can go ahead and brush off any of the excess powder that's on the brush and not go onto your next color, that's going to be really helpful. So get a little tile cleaner rather, and put it in your palette so that you will have it handy when you're changing out your shades. But let's go with the first shade, which is called Claire. And you can keep this color very simple and just wear one. But when you're having trouble combining a color, one of the things that's going to be very, very helpful is going to be placement and blending. This just takes time. Sometimes I think that we want to rush the process, and you want to just, most of the time, blending is going to be the thing that you're going to be doing. We get excited with the shades that we're using and we want to move on to the next one. I know I can get that way, but blending is going to be key and your friend. So getting a brush that has a really nice give to allow you to get that color in, okay? And then this is, I think, when sometimes it gets a bit complicated, right? When you're adding that second color. So you want to know exactly where you want that color to be. In my case, I want it just at the bottom and kind of corner it upward, right? Lift. And now blending. So you want to pat and blend. And another key thing is going to be not using the same, okay, for an example, you want, like, let's say a very pink toned eye look, and you're thinking, I need to get all my shades in pink. That's when the muddy issues start to occur, because you're thinking, I want my lid to be a soft pink, and then I want like my outer corner to be a darker pink, but the pinks, it's too much pink. Even though that's the look you're trying to achieve, when you get, and what I'm using right now is this color called Trust. So even though the pink and this brown are both like warm colors, there's a very big significant color in the shade, right? And you don't want to see any like harsh lines, right? So patting this down with your foot, with the other side of your brush, and allowing it to blend properly but not muddied. Do you see that? Really pretty. You can see the transition, but you don't see any of that muddiness. And really, it's about just taking time getting the look that you want, and then adding that third color if you want for the pop of like brightening to that brow bone. I've used 3 colors here, and they don't look muddied. You can see that each one has its significant look, but I stayed in the pink zone. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's kind of it, guys. Really short and sweet today. Hopefully these tips, these 3 tips can help you kind of see things a little different as you're applying your makeup when you are hitting those 3 areas that we talked about, like the foundation, choosing to keep your lashes very upward, right, with a curler if that's all you want to do, applying some mascara or using maybe some false lashes, and then of course not mudding up your eyes so they don't look dark and they don't look like one hot mess, like you have 2 black eyes, but that you have a pretty significant color choice of eye look that's keeping everything bright and that's keeping everything very youthful, right? Okay, so hopefully that'll help you out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this with the friends if you feel like someone else maybe just needs to hear something that you're like, ooh, that was interesting. Never thought about that. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.